Welcome to the SaleTurf tutorial. This tutorial is going to demonstrate how to map categories from your marketplaces to your categories on your website. So to start, you have to go to your item data. You're going to go down to categories underneath product settings. Find categories. That'll load this page here with all of your categories in it. From within here, if you've already added categories, they're going to list below and you can edit them. If you need to add a new one, you can add it here. For the purpose of this video, we're just going to go ahead and edit one. It already has a name. It doesn't need a description. It needs just a couple of different names here. On the data tab, you can map out child and parent categories here to connect your child and your parents. To get the data feeds connected now, you're going to need your Amazon link for it, and you're also going to need your eBay information as far as where you want it to go on eBay. And if you have an eBay category for your store, it'll pull in right here, but if you don't, then it's just going to show you other, which is the default for eBay stores. On Reverb, you're just going to select from a drop down here. Now you can usually look at your product catalog and find that you currently have on a marketplace and find out what category it's in to help you kind of map out in bulk. As far as mapping out your child and then going through your products and actually bulkly assigning those products to the category that you've created. But each product category needs to be a category that is a leaf category, which is basically not the parent category, but a child category of a parent. So it needs to be farther down the line. It can't be like, if you're doing, like, let's say in this case here we have parts and accessories, and then it has other guitar parts and accessories. That's a leaf category because it's on top of the parent category here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to start searching for some categories here. So I'm going to go ahead and just log into my account, and it's going to let me search for my Amazon categories. So this right here is accessories product. I'm going to say this is like guitar accessories or something. So I come into my Amazon and I can find guitar accessories, and it's going to bring up some results down in here of options for your categories to choose from. I'm going to say it's musical instruments, guitar and bass accessories. They got like straps and hangers. None of this really sounds like the category I'm looking for though, because it's just guitar accessories. So in this case, I might need to change this from being accessories, and maybe I need to have a child to this being accessories and then a child category of guitar accessories. So in this case here, I could just make this a parent by coming back to my categories, and I could say, okay, make a parent for it. Like this one here is done. So this one here is accessories, accessories cables, accessories. So they have parent-child relationship, so I can make sure that I get the category I need associated to it. So I'm going to come into a child one. It's already made it a child of accessories. Now I'm going to say, okay, well this one is cables, so I'll make a different child category for every one. And I'm going to say, okay, now it's not just guitar accessories. That's too broad of a result. So let's say guitar cables. Now it's going to say, okay, here's some categories that match instrument cables. That's perfect for what I need. I don't really want live stage necessarily, but there's really no other option, so I'll have to select that one. Now when you do that, the value that you're going to copy is this one here, valid values, and that's the value that you're going to need to put over here, and that maps it to your Amazon. Now the same thing can be said for eBay. I can get in here and I can just start typing in cables, and it'll start pulling in data in real time from eBay to say, okay, here's some categories that you can use. And I can say, okay, well, I'm looking for a specific set of cables, instrument cables maybe. Do they have something? Pro audio equipment. That sounds more like something that it is. It's a pro audio type stuff. It doesn't really match, you know, any of the home or bicycle or cell phone stuff. So pro audio is the one I'm going to choose. Pro audio equipment, cables. And then on Reverb, I'm just going to go and choose accessories cables, which is already there. And that's how you map out your categories to your marketplaces. You only have to do this one time. Once you've mapped them all out, On your product pages, when you edit a product, it gives you an option to select your categories. You're just going to have to select your primary category, in this case cables, as well as in this case you would want to also select accessories, so that on your website people can find it under accessories and under cables. But the only category that's going to map to the marketplace in this case is going to be the cables category, because the accessories category just couldn't map to the marketplace because it's too broad of a term and there's nowhere to map it to on the marketplace, because marketplaces all require you to only map to the leaf category, which is the farthest most child. And if you map to the farthest most child available in those cases, then you'll also appear in the parent categories on those marketplaces, but they only let you map to one of them. You only need one category mapped per marketplace anyways. So if you have a product that's in like 3 or 4 different categories, you only need one of those categories to technically be mapped to the marketplace, and the other ones don't really need to be mapped. So it's okay if you have some categories that aren't mapped. The key point here is just make sure that your child category is there, exists, and it has something to map to on the marketplaces. And that's how you map out categories in SaleTurf.